Facebook.com, FQRY online.
Pop, pop, pop. Turn this off. How we doing?
I gotta fix my sound.
What's wrong with your son?
It's out loud.
Hmm? Some people like that, no? Like it out loud. Like laughing out loud.
I don't
But
laugh. I LIM. Did you see me do that before? But anyways, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh yeah, you always want to start some new shit. What do you call it?
Lim.
Laughing.
LIM. Laugh inside myself. Because that's what I do. I laugh inside myself.
That's three though. So you have to go LFL is just LOL. One, two, three. You know what I mean? It's the same button twice. So you have to figure out something with an L.
Man. All right. Give me
Laugh
one.
inside my loins.
Lines. Okay. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
Bop, bop, bop. Welcome to another episode of FQRY Live, where you guys get to be a fly on the wall when two brothers talk about the fuckery of the week. And there's a lot of fuckery. I would like to start with fuck people who try to misunderstand you on purpose. When they're committed to that motherfucker, fuck them is what I'm saying. Yeah? Because you could be like, if me and you having a discussion and you say to me, there's 8 million people on the planet. I already understand you. I understand that you meant a billion, not a million, right? So I'm not gonna call you on it. But people who want to misunderstand you on purpose will be like, oh my God, he said a million. There's a billion. And you go, yeah, I just said the wrong word. No, but the fact remains is that you said a billion, a million, so when people do that, fuck them. But yeah, welcome to fuckery.
Welcome to Fuckery. Is that the new intro?
Yeah.
Just
Welcome to
show
fuckery.
off the new shirt. You know what I mean? I'm down with Fuckery.
Bop, bop, bop.
I have it up on the sites today. But yes. To the intro, sir.
You already did it, bro.
Oh, then he's relationships,
Fuck, man.
and this is
Gotta look at your hand. He's the music man.
Relationships.
This is fuckery.
Okay. What up, Melissa? What up, Coco? Just saying what ups. Get our what ups in
Love
there.
you back.
Bomb.
You know what? It was weird. You know when you see love and you're like, man, do they really love me or is it something common to say? So the other day, I'm listening to podcasts and every time they finish, be like, hey man, I love you guys. All right, man, love you guys. Bye. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Ches and I need to start saying I love you. And I was like, yeah. I, like love it. You know what I mean? Like, because then Pops did that to me the other night. That's why I'm like, am I dying or something? And no one's telling me. Like, I honestly felt like there's something going on and no one's telling me.
Yo, it's funny.
I'm like,
It's funny when dad does it, honestly, because being like raised around dad, it wasn't like a big emotional thing. You know what I mean? Like that was his generation, though. Like it wasn't that big of an emotional thing. So when all of a sudden when dad will be like, "Yeah, I love you," I always hesitate, like, "Oh, sorry, yeah, I love you," but then I'm like, I hope he doesn't think like, "Oh shit, this guy don't really love me."
it's just so different, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, but then everybody's like, kept going, are you all right? And I'm like, bruh, am I really going through a crisis and no one's telling me right now? Or, no, you're all right. Nothing's wrong with you. Nothing. I'm like, come on now. Can somebody just be honest and be, because everybody's calling me. Like, Bob was like, yeah, all right, blah. Love you. I'm like, oh, okay, love you too, bro. Like, that's all. This is up. Then I get another call, like, hey, you all right? Yeah. Anything around? Yeah, no, just we haven't seen you in a while, so we just wondering if everything is all right. Yep, everything's all right.
What do you know?
And then when I go to Steffi's Mother's Day party last night, everybody goes, "Oh my God, it's so great to see you all here." I'm like, "What is going? Like, is somebody not telling me I'm going through a crisis?" and and nobody wants to tell me I'm going through a crisis right now, and it's just
You
glad
look good,
that I'm
man.
doing better now. You know what I mean? Like,
You look good. You look good. You're
like, did I do
okay.
something? Can somebody be honest and be like, yeah. You on the other day, you was like, man, you my show.
Coco says, I mean it sincerely. I really love your show.
Wow.
I missed it last week. And I've been talking that, like, it's funny. It's like whenever you hear love, there's like a crisis to it. Like who it comes from and
Right,
stuff. You're like, what do they mean by it? Is it
right.
just, but it's like, I don't know. It's one of those words that has levels to it, but you don't know which level's coming at you. Yo, what up, Brendan? Brendan said, what up? Michael said, what up, y'all?
But
Kevin said, what's up? He said, it's good to see you, Delano. Been a minute.
blah.
You're looking good, sir.
Florida, man. Florida, I don't have restrictions. Fuckers.
Guy. Like, I don't
No
even know anymore.
restrictions. I got a fucking tan because I'm outside all the time, bro.
As
Last week I was chocolate. I'm mocha chocolate now. You stay there, bro. You don't know.
I don't.
When I heard the restrictions guys are under right now, I'm like, man. And now they want to do a vaccine pass. I'm like, what? When am I coming home, man? What the fuck? Like, I would love just to come home.
It's just like we actually have to. After this, we actually schedule to go outside. Think about that. We scheduled to go outside. So it's like, yeah, man, like staying in the house is crazy. And the kids are just like, it's nothing to them. Like they just love staying in the house now because they have a whole bunch of toys that they just play with. So run up on Kenny like, yo, you want to go for a walk? She's like, no.
I'm good.
I said, what do you mean? Quentin, well, because Quentin still had that young man energy, right? So that man
is
is
different,
like,
man.
he wants to go outside. He's like, can I run?
His youngest son, and Kenny is the older sister to Q. And Q is like, if you ever see anything, what's the Incredibles, the little kid that runs real fast? That's him. Because he'll stop and go like this. You ready, Uncle? And he just takes off running. He's just that kid, man.
Let me tell you, that kid told me, was it last week? I said something about Jehovah going after him. He said, Jehovah can't catch me. I'm too fast. I said, what? I said, who are you?
Man.
He said, nah, I'm too fast. Jehovah can't catch me. Jehovah's fast.
Told you about Jehovah.
He said, Jehovah's fast, but he can't catch me. I'm
you
too
don't
fast.
know this.
I said, yo, man, this guy.
When he starts doing this number to you, he starts doing this to you, man. He's another level, bro. Another level, man.
Oh, Melanie says,
Dash. That's
yes.
That's how he is, man. That's how he is. But think of it like this: in Canada, it started March-ish. I've only been essential 1 month since March 2020. It's crazy what's going on in Canada, man. Essential means I can actually go out and do my job versus being at home, doing work remotely. 1 month since March 2020, man. That's Canada. That's Canada. I don't know what's going on. They say they care about their citizens, but if you own a fucking business, you're done, man. If you own a restaurant, if you're a bartender, oh man, you're done, so man.
Yo,
hairdresser,
restaurants. I don't know if you get the commercials, but the restaurant commercials here on YouTube be killing me. It has like this old like sad music, like like really, and then they come in like, remember what restaurants used to do for you? We used to give you satisfaction going in the restaurant and stuff. Yo, that shit vexes me. I'm like, shut up. I said, you guys didn't give me nothing. You make me pay. Stop acting like
extra. One fucking burger.
The commercials.
$10. By the time you're done with the fucking Uber Eats, it's like $22. You're like, what? I got just one burger.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, those commercials be killing me, man. They're gonna be killing me. I'm like, man, the restaurant life is dying. Like, unless like you're a big chain.
Do they really care about the citizens? You know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it that way. I'm not being anti anything, but it's just like, just look at the evidence, though.
That's true, though.
10,000 businesses gone. They didn't be like, listen, we need to figure out money so they can stay open. That's not what they did. They just let them go.
They said peace.
They let Walmarts and Costco's and all kind of big big, humongous fucking brick and mortar shits open. Yet the mom and pop shops had to close. So do
Yo,
you really
man,
care about your citizens? Like,
that's why,
really?
like, you know, when
Okay.
that grill guy who was having that whole shit going crazy, like I'm not closing down, so he kept taking a
Mm,
fine every day.
mm,
Like, and people were like, "Oh, why is he acting like that? He's a privilege and all this stuff." And at the same time, I'm like, I get like the privilege to act like that and just be able to get fines every day is one thing, but I'm like, in the end, like,
mm.
when's enough enough? Like, this man finally got to reopen. As soon as he reopened, he got a few weeks in, and then they shut him down again. Like, they shut down the whole thing again. I was like, man, you can't like. What are the small businesses supposed to do but fight back? But
And the worst part is they force small businesses to buy shit like the new plexiglasses and all these new not advertising, but signs inside the fucking
yeah, the
restaurants.
signs, yeah.
And they make them spend all this money, and then literally they know they're going to shut it down anyway. So why tell them to put in all this extra investment when you know you're going to shut it down?
Just shut them right back
Come on.
down.
Don't bother with it.
Yeah,
Don't tell them they need plexiglass. Just be like, listen, you're going to be open for another 2 weeks. We're going to shut you down. It is what it is.
just
And then,
open
and
up
then
the
they'll say, oh, you
outside.
can't have it inside, but you can have it outside. Everybody had these outdoor enclosures, and they shut it down too.
Just shut
I'm
those
like,
down. Yeah, you know, people I
you
drove
care
by
about
and
the
they have the
citizens, huh?
outdoor enclosures. They have those outdoor shit just sitting there.
Bruh, let
I'm
me tell you
like,
something. Canadians
bro,
are beast level motherfuckers, man. Because it was cold outside, and they were outside in their jackets.
they just want to be outside
Cold.
and eating. They did not care.
It was,
They wanted to go
I'm in
to a
my car
restaurant.
with my jacket on, looking at them like, what in the world? But they wanted to be outdoors, man. They just want to be outside their house and be outside
Yeah,
and eat good food and shit like that. And it was out. It was Canadians are beasts, man. They're the ones. Am I lying? Say I'm lying. Well, when we lived in Sudbury, but he was still there. Either he was visiting from college or he was still like a senior type thing. Because we went to a bar, I think it was called O'Shaughnessy's, and I think I came up for like a Christmas break or some shit, and he
yeah,
brought me to O'Shaughnessy's, and it literally was minus 30 and with the wind chill near minus 40,
yeah.
and nobody had a jacket on in line.
Nope, nope.
Not one.
Because
Minus 30
nobody,
Celsius,
no.
people. This is not Celsius
I tell you,
with a
everybody.
wind chill factor, and there's no heating lamp. So it's not like let me hold on till I get to that heating lamp. It's nothing.
And this was Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy was a
Bruh.
bar that was
Bruh.
like pro line, so they had no problem making leaving a
No,
line
he ain't
outside.
lying. When you get to the door, you think it must be popping because I've been waiting in line for 20 minutes. You get in there, it's empty. You're like, so where's
Empty.
that fucking
They're pro
line?
line because it's all about having the line. So the people are like, oh my god, yeah. I remember that. Like, the joke is they all left their jackets in the car because they didn't want
Yes,
to go to
because they
coat
didn't want
check,
to pay coach check.
and also they didn't want to deal with the coat check at the end of the night. So burn
Right.
all that. I'll wait in line and do my thing. Yo,
Hands in
man.
pockets, man. I don't know. What is that in Fahrenheit, man? I'm gonna say minus 40 because there was a wind chill factor. Minus 40 Celsius to Fahrenheit is what?
That's
Minus 40, bro. Minus
yeah.
40, minus 40. Like that's how cold it was. So I remember everybody looked at me like, so you're not gonna leave your jacket? And I was like, what are you talking about, man? No, like it's cold out there. He's like, man, you gotta leave your jacket. So like Ches said, you have to deal with the coat check going in, but it's worse coming out. So they're like, just might as well you do it. And I'm looking at the line, like, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna huddle up. Huddle up, bruh. So they convinced me like, just do it. I go take it off, come out, and I'm telling you, people, the entire time I'm singing slave songs. Wade in the water, wade every step. I'm like, man, this is the worst thing I've ever thought of doing. And they're telling a whole bunch of stories. Man, blah, 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 blah. And I'm wade in the water. Like, let me just get to the door. And when you get to the door, you're so excited. You're like, oh, finally got here. Let's have some fun. Empty. I went back to go get my jacket. I said, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna grab my jacket. And I went to the car, put my jacket on, and I see Nick Thomas, and we just chilled for the rest of the night. That was it. Wade in the water, bro.
Hold on, let me check out some of these comments. So Kevin says everyone's making COVID money. Ford is involved with the company making COVID signs.
See?
Well, that's a business to get into. You make signs, bro. You make signs. Shit, let's make some COVID money. Like seriously. And even pro lockdown peeps aren't happy about it's all been going. Definitely, everybody's feeling it. Everybody at this time, like no matter what side you're on. That's
Before
why
we go to
it's
the next
funny.
one.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Before we get to the next one, no, I lost my thought. Go ahead. My
Okay. Melanie says that summery weather be different than down here. GTA, it's dry up north and moisture as fuck here. Kills. Yeah, here is different. Yeah, here's straight to the bones. Like Toronto is to the bone. It's fucking crazy.
I always compare it to like because I'm coming from an engineering standpoint. For those who don't know, I actually have an engineering degree. I just don't act like it. But it's like a refrigerator. If you close everything off because you have so many big buildings, it just keeps the cold still. Versus like when you have wind, it blows
past through.
Like, just like being sitting in a refrigerator. You're like, holy shit, it feels so much colder. And it's like, yeah, that's why.
Oh, okay, yeah, tall buildings, yeah, enclosures, all that. Mathematics, you got it.
Remember that?
But yeah,
don't seem like you need it anymore.
So, what are your topics for the week?
Oh, we there? God damn! I thought we was having a good conversation. I gotta look up.
We can keep going, but actually, let's keep it transparent. So, before we get on, we passed topics through in our private chat. But I was having mic issues. So then I closed my whole thing and then I came back in. And then when I jumped in the chat, I was like, oh shit, I have nothing in there. So now I'm like slowly inside.
Oh, I see that you did write something to it. Can you please resend them? I'm like, oh, my bad. Just seeing it.
Slowly inside right now, my anxiety is going nuts. Like, okay, what are the topics? What are the topics? What are the topics? So that's why I look at you like, before he goes and asks me, I better ask him. So I threw it up.
Right. Listen, this foo-foo. I mean foo-foo in the most amazing way, by the way. Coco Dean said, I don't want to be anywhere colder than Chicago. Then don't come to Sudbury, man. Because Marina is from Sudbury and she lives there. She said Sudbury is a different monster, man. Especially if you go to like the Windy Lake. Oh man.
Yeah. Sudbury's cold. Like Sudbury
different cold, man.
The wind chill factor is nuts, B. Like
it's always that, man.
It feels like it's cutting your skin. Like it's
they bad. Have instant frostbite warnings. Instant frostbite warnings. Man, they said if any part of your skin is exposed. Man, remember that when we were trying to play outside when Buju and Chris and all them came down? And we were over by
my uncle's house.
Yeah, by uncle's house.
On Kenwood.
Yes. It was so cold that the chimney smoke didn't move. Remember that? I swear to God. Like you see it come up and it just stayed right there. It didn't breeze up.
The moisture just frosted over. Like,
it was literally like one of the coldest ever. It was like minus 50 up plus shit. It was instant frostbite warnings. And we were out there playing football. You remember how many breaks we had to take? Every touch I'd be like, yeah, let's go outside and get warmed up here. Holy shit, it's cold out there. We literally took breaks every touchdown. Like, yo, man, I gotta warm. That's how cold it was. But we're just a bunch of kids that just love playing. So we're like, we're gonna go outside and play though.
Man said Timmins. Oh, hold on.
No, Timmins is out there, man. I think Timmins has it, man. Yeah. I remember one time. Go ahead.
Hold on. Ian said, "Suck up, fit." I was this because he's got to go to a funeral. Sorry for your loss, brother. I don't even the damn topic. Sorry. Yeah, man. Listen, brother. But thank you for joining us for the moment you can.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Timmins. Timmins is a beast.
No,
Timmins.
Do you remember the tournament that we always go to?
Yeah, bro. And then we stay in the hotel, then walk down. The walk down to the McDonald's or the grocery store.
So guess what happens? The heater on the bus stops working. Bruh, I never prayed so much in my bumblecut life. I'm telling you, man. Because there's literally nothing. Because like we're stuck if we don't jump in this. Like who else is gonna take 30 kids, right? Like and go. Like literally, you have to get in the bus and get to the hotel, bruh.
Cold as bruh,
man. I remember like I had 2 mitts on and my fingers were still cold, man. I was like, holy shit, this is the greatest strategy. Somebody fucked up our heater so they can win the fucking tournament. This is awesome. Like they're next level shit. So
They
like,
said fuck LaSalle.
remember like what they did to LeBron James in San Antonio? They turned off the cooling system, and he caught cramps, and they won the championship. Yeah, man. So man, I remember it, man. I remember, what was I listening to? Smith and Wesson. If you remember that. Remember that Duck Down?
Yeah.
Smith and Wesson, man. And my partner in crime, that was my song, man. Because there's me and Mason just sitting there side by side, like, we gonna make it, bro. We gonna make it. I remember we freestyled the entire time just to keep energy going. And you know me, I can't freestyle for shit. So everything is like, yeah, bitches ain't shit. Sometimes I want to shoot them. Yeah, like our coach. Sorry, coach, I didn't know you were listening. You know what I mean? It was like, oh fuck. But Timmons, I have to actually agree. Timmons is something, man. It's a monster. That cold is cold.
He said right now, he's saying it's been minus 25 in Montreal. Won that. I'm fine.
Like right now?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I was like, what's going on in Montreal? Like,
what? It's May 1st, isn't that? I had to look down, like May 1st. It's what? All right.
Nah, man, not that like that. What's Brendan saying? Inventory company want to send us to count stores in
somewhere.
Iqaluit. Minus 50 degrees. Yeah, I wouldn't know. It depends how much you're paying me. Like, if you're paying me extra, then yeah. As long as I can wear, what's it called? A ski
Bro,
suit.
there's nothing you can, what can warm you up at minus 50 Celsius in the sun. So when the sun is gone, it's way worse than that. What can keep you going? What can keep you warm? I'll wait. Ain't nothing.
The thought
like,
of,
what? Yep.
The thought of my paycheck.
Nope.
Nope.
I like my toes. I don't want to be cut off. I'm all straight, man. I like my toes. I like my foot.
Oh, no.
I like my limbs. I want nothing to freeze.
There are people who live out there. There are people who live out there. They must have a code. They must have a cheat code out there.
Cool. You're in the hotel and you're like, shit, I fucking forgot my weed in the car. Everybody knows you're not gonna put on a jacket when literally it's from here, take a run, jump in the car, grab it, come back. Cool, right? You like, fuck it. I ain't gonna wear the jacket. I'm just gonna go and grab my things. Boom, we get to the door, and you go, holy shit, I gotta get my jacket, and the door closes on you. Now what?
I wouldn't do all that. That wouldn't happen to me.
That's how cold this is. I'm not taking those kind of risks. I'm that guy. Yeah, I'll take this job. Fuck it, yeah. And I go, yeah, I forgot my weed in there. Like, oh my God.
I'm the guy to be like, oh, I forgot it outside.
Am I gonna die here?
We're not gonna go back outside till tomorrow. Well, I guess I'm going to sleep.
I'll be knocking. I'll be throwing snowballs at people's windows like, hey, open the door, please. I don't want to die like this. Bruh, that's how cold it is.
At that time, if you have the key for the car, it's minus 50, and you're locked out, you're running to that car, and you're turning on that, and you're like this. Like, your hands are against the heater.
And then you hear this, because you didn't plug it up. You're like, oh, shit, we're supposed to plug it in.
So you're just fucking everything up.
Bruh, something like it didn't happen to us. We got locked in our house and we were stuck in the shed. Don't talk shit.
But we didn't have a car.
We had to lay down our like fucking slaves, man. We was like, what do they call that? Planking it on each other, like, yo, man, we gotta stay warm, stay together, because somebody lost their fucking key and we couldn't get into the house. Just saying.
That's not true.
And it was like minus 30 outside, and we had a
I did not lose my key. You had the key, and then you chose to do some stupid after-school program and not tell anybody. So when I got home, and you're stupid, whatever you're doing at school, playing basketball or whatever you're doing, I'm at home freezing. Talk about, I forgot the key. That's when we learned that.
That was an amazing story, but not
we learned
amazing story, by the way. Yeah, because I was like, I can't deal with this. So I'm like, where's the key? He's like, you got the key. I got the fucking key. How do I got the key? You get here before me. That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, oh. So I was like, maybe mom will come home early. This is before pagers even. Like, that's how early it is. So I'm like, nah, dog. I remember, I don't know how long we were laying there, but I was like, man, I can't have my brothers like this. Can't have my brothers like this. I was like, listen, mom's gonna be mad at me, but listen, we're getting in this motherfucking door. And I just went up, boom, kicked the front door open, boof, and open, and we was like, fuck it. If I get in trouble, I get that cold, and see my two brothers just full.
No. Cordo wasn't there.
Yeah,
No,
sorry,
Cardell
you.
wasn't there because it
School,
was
school,
just me.
school.
Because Cardell was
Yeah,
what's it called, daycare or his babysitter
that's
or
right.
whatever.
So Ches and I, but we have ski suits. So his fast only thing is like this. That's all you really see. And mitts, everything. Like, your parents are gonna load you up when you're that age, right? Dog, it was still cold. I don't know what told us to go into a shed where
It
you
was the
close the door.
only enclosure. It was the only enclosure around.
And I remember talking foolishness like, yo, you know how to make fire? Like, and we really think about it. Like, I think we can, but where are we gonna get the wood? I'm like,
in the shed,
oh man.
and then climbed up at the top of the shelves at the top, and then sat at the top.
At the top where the coldest part is. I'm like, and we just shivering. I'm like, nah, dog.
Heat
Nah,
rises.
dog. I said,
Heat
mom's gonna be
rises.
mad, but hey, follow me. I'll just say I did it. Don't worry about it. And just kick that motherfucker, man. Like, that kick that you never knew you were that strong, but you're like, this is a survival tactic right now. Sort of like when moms could stop cars from rolling over their babies and shit like that adrenaline. And I'm like, fuck this. That was my superpower kick. I said, blah. And I fucking just like, poof. But then we realized we can always do that after that.
Yeah, we really found out that.
We were like, we can always do that.
That door was.
That day I thought it was strong. I
You
was like,
can
man,
kick
I'm
that door
strong.
open.
I'm super
Yeah,
strong.
it didn't have good locks. It didn't have good locks.
No,
you know which lock it had? It had the door lock, like the one that you kind of turn and you open with the key on the other side. That is not the lock to have on the front door.
Yeah, not a bolt. It was just. But that's the city though. Like crime is like non-existent. It's like
at that point.
Yeah, just vandalism is the worst that happened in that city. Like people leave their doors open.
Yeah, that was it. So. And that was the valley too. So valley life was different. Like we used to just ride bikes everywhere. That shit was nuts.
Yeah.
The valley.
I learned that I can be friends with anybody if you have a video game. Because there's a guy across the street. He was our age, like 10 or so, or actually less than that. But he was like 300 pounds already. So he never came out the house. But yeah. I think we knew him from school or something like that. So I was like, you got the Super NES and you got Mario 3?
And he had Dr. Mario.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going over there. Like, you're cool. And mom loved us because like, you're the only people that ever come over here and play with him. Like, we tried to make him go ride on bikes and he lasts maybe half the block. He's like, I'm going back inside. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I realize I could befriend anybody if you have a cool ass system. That's it.
Bruh, you can play basketball. If you can play basketball or any sport, actually, any sport or video games, we're cool.
We're cool, man. And the parents love it because they're like, oh my God. Yeah, so what? He's fat. I don't care. He has a Super NES, man. And you know what happens with fat kids? Their parents give them a whole bunch of good food. Like, yeah, man. Yes, ma. Hey, do what you want? Yep, sure do want some tacos. Thank you.
Put him on a defensive line.
For real, man. You go home and you're full. Mommy's like, yo, supper ready. You're like, I'm good.
I'm good, Mom. I'm good. Sit over the other house.
And she knows already, like, oh, him. Oh, him.
Hold on.
Right, there's a bunch of fucking...
So many. Coco said, -30 Chicago, car trouble after work. Everyone's gone off the parking lot and can't get back inside the job. Midnight. My hands were frozen inside my glove. Water blown. Oh. Happy you're here to tell us the story.
Oh,
Happy
man.
you're here to tell us the story.
I can already feel the pain, bro. Like, oh.
Not even the pain. It sounds like these are realizations one by one. You know what I mean? She got outside. She was like, brr. It's -30. Damn, it's cold. Then she got to the car and the car was going vroom, vroom. She was like, oh shit, I think I got car trouble. She looked around, everybody was gone.
It's like everything's a different scene in a movie.
You know what I mean? She's like, oh shit.
And then she's standing here like this and this pops up.
So when she looked and she saw nobody around, she's like, damn, let me get inside the place. She opened the door, locked up. She looked at the time, it was midnight. And as she looked at the watch, she realized her hands were freezing inside her gloves. Then she felt the wind blowing. Yo.
And then finish.
And then she went, bruh.
Bruh.
Yo, man. The realization. Like she described each realization. Like, damn, man.
Bruh.
But yeah. Hold on. Should I scroll up?
So where were the keys? I think they were at school, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, they were at school.
They were at school.
Rita said, lockdown weather, etc. Sounds like y'all need to move to Vancouver. Still never
Nah,
been. Still
I
have
heard
never
I
been.
heard it's super expensive. So
Well, Toronto, same thing. More
like
expensive in Toronto
Vancouver?
than I don't want to be there. If it's more expensive in Toronto, I do not want to be there.
No, no, man. Vancouver is like literally like 800 feet, square feet is almost like $250,000, bro. Or $750,000. It's nuts over there, man. But that's why the racism is so high against Asians there because they said that's the reason why their economy or whatever
It's
you
so
want to
high.
call, yeah, their cost of living, I guess.
Brandon, that's why I take women to cold places to hug them in sheds.
It's overrated, bro. Overrated. If that's why you're doing it, don't do it anymore, man. It's overrated.
Melanie says, what about the rest of us? We can't make the cut. I was hoping you'd know what that was referring to. But...
Bruh, we talk about so much, I'm just like, sorry.
I was hoping you were gonna be able to, but I guess not.
Sorry.
Okay.
If you're still there, Mel, let us know what that meant.
Yeah, please. And then as expensive as Toronto, Vancouver, and BC are just beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Brandon, we know it's just jokes, man.
What he say?
That's why he takes women to cold places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the same man that he said he learned from Pepe Le Pew, though. So, I don't know.
Oh, to being friends without game systems. Oh, you don't know game system?
And you can't play sports? Oh yeah,
Sorry.
we like if we really bored that day, we gonna link. Hey, is Mel there? Yeah, wanna hang out? But as soon as somebody can do something, I'm like, all right, now it's cool. But I'm out, man.
Okay, Ian. Walking to school in Montreal, -15. I stepped in water and had to keep going to school. I was in first grade. Yeah, -15 with a wet foot. You're lucky you still have it. But that's not.
I remember one time I caught frostbite on my dick, bro.
You're lying.
I swear to God, that's mom. So it was one of those cold days, and like we had recesses, so I was out there in recess, and I had the long, the one you have to zip up the pants and shit. So I had to take off everything, but it was cold, but I needed to pee. Like I couldn't make it home. Like McCormick Court's here and Carlton Nesbitt's here, and I looked like I'm not gonna make it. And the school was like, no, it was like a weekend type thing because the school wasn't open. Because I was like, let me just run into school. So I was like, I ain't gonna make it, but it was cold, bro. So I was like, fuck it, let me pee. So I peed, think nothing of it. Next day I had a boil on it, bro. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with my? So mom goes like, did you pee outside? She's like, I think that's frostbite. I'm like, frostbite? And then when the boil goes away, it comes completely white, bro. So I was just pulling my dick to everybody, like, look at my dick, yo, that's crazy white. Now I'm really doing it. Look, piece of me is white. Look. I kept showing everybody, like, I'm pretty sure the teachers could have kicked me out, but I was so amazed that I was so interested, like my piece of my buddy head was white, like literally like white. Yeah, I caught frostbite on my buddy, bro.
It's like how interested people are. He was like, how? Ebony, how? Sway, tip gone.
Man. When it bubbled up, man, it was the most panicking thing because I thought nothing of it, but I remember feeling like, man, I kind of like uncomfortable, like. So I tried to go through it, and by the time I looked down and be like, "What's going on?" It was a bug. I ran like, "Mom, look, what is this?" And she's like, "Let me look." And she said, "Do you go outside? I think it's frostbite. We'll go to the doctor the next day. We got all the ointments, whatever." And when it peels off, bro, it's completely white. And I guess like we're Canadian kids, so we don't really think. So literally, I was at school like, "Look at this shit, bro." Look at this shit. And everybody's just doing this. Holy shit, bro.
Dina's there. D showing off his white peen.
I'm trying to tell you, man, it was the most fascinating thing when you're like 7, 6 years old. Like, what is going on?
You could have lost your yam.
Man, it was either pee myself. Like, I remember thinking, like, I'm gonna have to soak this. And I'm like, man, I could do this. But the long doing this, man, you drop my body temperature too fast. And it was just like frostbite.
Well, after that, hey Marie, how you doing?
Blah, blah, blah.
Australia is nice. Folks come here, but you probably think it's too far. You got video
Think?
games? You have video games?
Whoa, she said think. It's far, regardless what I think. It's far. You have a country that's a continent at the exact same time. That's pretty far, man.
Oh, that speaks at a totally different time if
Think
you
about
think
it.
about it. Like this man
A
was going
continent.
around campus, going around not campus. Let me not say campus, but elementary school,
You
showing
never know with me,
everybody,
man. These stories might come out later. Like, look
showing,
what you did to
showing
it. Like, what?
all the kids his dick,
What?
and no teacher was like, you shouldn't do that.
No, I wasn't doing it in class, bro.
I mean, in the schoolyard. I didn't think you were doing it in class
Yeah,
with the
no.
schoolyard, but there were still teachers outside.
You think I'm gonna do that and notice a teacher watching me, bro? Come on now. Then you're gonna be like, hey, Miss Jensen, look. What?
Maybe you should go get that looked at, Dwayne.
Because remember, back in those days, I got hit with straps by the principal. And I
Not
remember,
me.
what was his name?
I think they just did that because
Studley.
you're black.
Studley.
I don't think that was right. I don't think that was normal.
No, but there was a norm because it was based on like Catholic schools, and Catholic schools used to hit their kids.
Yeah.
So, but once you branch off, you still come from that, that thing. So they still using straps. So I was doing something. Of course, I was doing something. And I go in the thing, and he's like, "You need to behave yourself," or blah 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 blah. And I'm doing the whole like, and what are you gonna do? Like, I was defiant. So I was like, what are you gonna do? And he goes, "I'm gonna use a belt." So I go, and like that, like I literally got beat almost every day. I'm like, and I got beat from grown men. Like my pops was like him and Judge and Wasp. They did the protein shakes from back in the day, so they were jacked and they were doing the mining.
They were
stuff.
the old school laborers,
Yeah.
like they were just strong. Like
so that's what I was getting beat by. So I'm like, what is this Mr. Stooley gonna do to me, right? And he noticed it too because he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna get you the belt and I'm doing this." Yeah, here. Open your hand. I'm like, okay. And he gave me a whop. And I was like, okay. Are we done here? He's like, I'm serious. I'll give you another one. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't care. You know what broke me? You know what? I'm gonna call your dad. I was like, please don't do that. Whatever you do, do not call my father.
Don't
call my mom. Don't call dad. Don't call dad. He's at work and you're gonna call? No. Don't do that.
Don't make him come.
I'll behave myself. He was literally like those movies. Maybe in my head it was like that. The movies like when the dad gets home, everything gets silent. Like, oh shit, is he okay today? I'm probably sure it wasn't like that, but in those moments, it's always like it always felt like, don't tell my dad, please don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, Coco gives us the ending of her story. So how my story ends. A guy from my job just happens to come back past the job and see me trying to get back into the building, so he pulled up to help. But when I pulled off my glove, dude, my hand was red and burnt. I can only imagine. Like, thank God for that guy. Like,
wow.
Did you? So what'd you do? Did you give him a prize? Like, did you give him a dinner? No, I knew where your head went. That's why I changed the prize to a dinner. Did you give? Did you buy him dinner? Did you buy him lunch?
Like, give him a little date, give him a little talking to. The man saved your life. It's got to be worth something.
Aaron, our mom was the one we were scared of.
No,
mom did her thing.
You didn't know our father.
Yeah. Aaron, let me know if you got your shirt too. I know you ordered the shirt.
This was very, very common. They would play dominoes on Sundays and fight each other with sticks.
Yeah, they would do that.
So this is the father we were like,
as kids, we're just like, we'd look at them like, you fight like grown men. Like,
I don't like that.
Oh, actually,
and then you notice that he's like in our world is he cheating? Like, why did he pick up a stick for? Like, stop cheating. That's them. They just pick up anything. And that was our father. Every weekend we watch him fight. Every weekend.
Yeah, crazy.
His boys though, not like just normal people. His boys. People that they'll fight and be like, you coming by for a beer after, and like, yeah, man, we soon come around there. We have to go grab some blood on What are you guys doing?
All right, good. Erin got her shirt. She loves it. Bless her. Mm-hmm. She got the X one.
Yep.
We got that new one to just throw a promo in the middle. So this is the newest FQRY shirt. I'm down with FQRY. So that'll be up on the site by the end of the day. Do what you do. But oh yeah, Kevin too. Kevin, I wonder if Kevin remembers those. I don't know if he was always at those domino things, but
of course he remembers that shit.
Teachers was mad when they couldn't beat the kids anymore. They used to say it all the time when I was in school. St. Charles, man, teacher all the time saying, if this was 10 years ago, I'd beat the shit out of you. I said, I tell the teacher, if it's today, I'll beat your shit out of you.
I don't care. Like, if my opinion is that bad, I want to know why my opinion was that bad. Not from you, but I taught you better than this. What's it going around? This man has to beat you like this. Like, you know what I mean? But their definition of beating is nothing compared to a Jamaican's version of beating. It's called night and day. They think it's like this. You get a little, they bend you over and do this. In the Jamaican world, it's like this. Go on, go get the belt. You're like, what? And if you don't bring back the good belt, oh, this little belt you want to give me? This little belt you want to give me? All right, let me go get the belt. You're like, oh no, he's gonna get the belt. So you know from that point on, don't bring down the flimsy belt because they'll say, fuck it, I'll go pick the belt. And you're like, ah, man, he always brought the plastic one, and the plastic one leaves welds. So when I used to
add to that, the teachers, they told you how many beatings you're about to get.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get 4 paddings. 4, I can eat 4. I'm fine. I'm fine. I can eat 4.
Yeah.
Jamaican parents go, like you said, go get the belt. You don't know when this thing's gonna end. It usually ends when their arm is tired. And if your parent is ambidextrous, box side.
Even when you're in it, all you're thinking is, please don't pass out. I'm about to pass out, man. Please. Let Ches talk. Ches never got beaten.
Yeah.
Facts.
No. I did get a beaten. I got beaten. I remember one time from mom. All right.
She probably cried after.
I set the scene. No, I did. I set the scene. And you laughed at me too. I said this. Remember, you remember this. So this was like when we lived down in Donovan. This is the downtown area of Sudbury. This is when we were crazy on the bikes. We'd go anywhere with the bikes. So I went down to my friend's house, rode the bike, chilled out. Day turns to night, still at my friend's house. No, day turns to evening, still at my friend's house. My friend's parents say to me, should you call your mom? Like, let her know that you're still here? I said, no, my mom's cool. It's cool. I didn't want to call mom because I knew mom was going to tell me to come home. So I was like, I didn't want to come home right now. So yeah, no, she's good. Don't worry. So 11 p.m. comes around. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go home. So I jump on my bike and I ride my bike all the way.
What time?
It was 11 p.m.
Oh wow.
So this was.
Wait, how old were you?
This was grade 6. So I was about like 12. No, 10 to 12. 10 to 12. 10 to 12. 10 to 12. So when I say this bike ride is at least a good 30 to 45 minute bike ride at like 11 at night, downtown area, the Donovan. Boom. So I'm riding. And as I get close, there's a pathway. There's a pathway that goes from the street into like where we lived. So while I'm riding on that, but that pathway right there, it overlooks the road to the left of you. So while I'm riding there, I look left and I swear I see my mom's car. And I was like, oh shit, I think my mom's out. So as I pop over the thing, I don't see mom's car. So I was like, I don't see mom's car coming or anything. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm good. I look at the house, the car is at the house. I said, all right. So I put the bike away, get in the house. I walk in. You standing there go, where were you? And I was like, I was just at my friend's house, just riding a bike. I'm just gonna go to my bed now. You just looked at me and you shook your head. And as I walked,
he's so like he's never got beat before, but I'm like, bruh, you might thought you was Teflon, but tonight, I see mom.
You looked at me and you're just shaking.
I just know. I know I'm about to get a beating because they just stopped talking. So I'm like, oh man, I'm about to get a beating for this. He didn't notice it. He didn't. If a child just walks in, the first person should be like, oh my God, how you? Is your parents. It wasn't. And he looked at me like, I'm just gonna go upstairs. I was like, okay.
Yo.
You think that's what's happening? All right.
So I start going up, and I think you were going to the basement.
Yep,
You went
I'm
up
gonna
the
go this way.
basement.
I'm like,
I went up.
all right.
I said I didn't even get past the stairs, like that. Those first 3 steps to get up to the next level, bro. As soon as I got there, mom came from the living room, right around the corner. Where were you? And I was like, I was just at my friend's house. You know, you're a little kid, you start talking fast. And this, like, when I say mom, actually, like, close fisted. It wasn't a beating. She was punching me in my belly. Yo, I was like, what is going? And in my head, all I can think of is, what is going on?
While I'm doing this downstairs playing video games, like, idiot. Idiot.
So then I'm like, what the fuck? And then, so she's mad. So she's like, you think you live on your own? Then get out the house then. Get out on your own. So then she kicks me out the house. So I'm outside. And I'm on the step, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I'm crying on the step. So I said, yo, bun this. I'm going to the neighbor's house. So I went to Christian's house, the neighbor, and I started knocking at Christian's house. And mom started screaming at me.
12 o'clock at night.
12 o'clock, and mom screaming at me like, stop knocking on the neighbor's door.
What do you think was going to happen, lady?
But the joke is, nobody answered the door. So 2-2 is now thinking back. They heard everything, and they're like, stay out of this. She told all the kids and herself, no, they got to deal with this.
No, real talk, I think I'm traumatized because of that shit, bro. I can't stand when people scream. Because our mom was super, super loud back in the day, man.
Yeah.
And I just cannot deal with it now. As a grown, like ever since. When people start arguing with me, like, I go, whoa.
No more screaming.
Whoa. No, don't scream at me. Just talk to me like a normal human being. So him saying that the neighbors heard, I went like this. Yeah, probably true. Yeah. Mom was always loud. So
then nobody answered. So I come back to the house and I'm sitting on the porch, on the patio, like the front step. I'm just sitting there and I'm crying. And then you're like, what are you crying about? Mom said I don't live here anymore. And you're just like laughing at me. You're just like, whatever, man. You go back inside. Then mom comes out because she's going to Domino's now, right? Remember? And I think that's where the stress was coming from. She wanted to go to her dance
at 10 o'clock. And you're like, oh, bro, where's the
fitness? She wanted to go to her dance. Like the Toronto guys were there. I bet you that was the Ronald was there at the time. You know what I mean? Like she was dressed up. She was ready to go, and my ass was nowhere to be found.
Ronald called her a few times. So, baby, sorry, you know I'll come.
You know I'll come. Yes. My son will soon come. Oh, you can't handle your kids, eh?
I know she just looked at the clock like, what in the world? Not worried about like, oh my God, is he dead? No, she's like, where is this pitney?
Where is this youth, man? Oh, she came outside after she got ready. Came outside and go back in the house and just go to your room, man. You're grounded for like a month or something. I was like, what? She got in the car and went to her party, and that was it. I was just like, what the hell? But that was the one time I got beat. One time I got beat.
One.
No, there's no. There's another time. One more time, and it's your fault.
Mine.
Your fault. Listen.
Let's hear this. People, listen. I still owe him.
Listen, I still owe him stitches because what do snitches get? All right. So me and my friends, we were garden raiders. We go to gardens. We would steal carrots. We would steal
carrots.
We would steal rhubarb.
You the most healthy gang on the fucking planet. You know what we gonna see, bro? We gonna see some carrots.
We steal tomatoes.
Who the fuck you think you were? Hobbits,
bro.
You fucking Bugs Bunny. Like,
yo,
let me go see.
We would bring that back to our cabin. Maybe create a little fire, boil it up, make us some food.
Bro,
like, you know, hold on.
You know when the gopher kept stealing all the carrots and the carrots go like,
I said there's a good at least like a good 10 of us. So we're going garden to garden. So
yo, Adrian, he said deep 10 people. He said 10 people. He looked at each other and said, yeah, we about to see some fucking carrots today.
We're gonna get some garden with, bro. Listen, garden.
You gonna get the lettuce? Make sure you grab some lettuce. Don't play with me.
So
Who's rhubarb? Who's on rhubarb? I know somebody had to be rhubarb and somebody had to be
Bro,
sunflower seeds.
I
Somebody
was
had to be
carrots.
one of these.
That's why I remember carrots, because carrots was my thing. I love carrots. I always loved carrots as a kid. So I was like, I'm getting those carrots, B. Like, I need carrots. So we go into the 1 yard, and while we're doing it, the owner comes out and catches us. So now we're all going this way and that way and that way and this way and this way and this way. We all running. Boom. So while we take off, I guess mom was looking for me, so she sent you to go find me.
Mm-hmm.
So you see one of the 10, and you're like, "Yo, have you seen Ches?" And they're like, "Oh, nah, we ain't seen Ches since we just got caught stealing from the garden." And you were like, "What? What do you mean?" "Oh, we were just in the garden." Like, the friends thought nothing of it because you're my brother, so they thought you were down, but they didn't know. They didn't know they were talking to the ops.
Listen.
They didn't realize they were talking to ops.
Hear me out, people. I'm about to go have a fun fucking day. My mom says, "Stop. Go find your brother." You think I'm happy about this situation?
You'll be.
I have to, but mom, I have shit to do. Go find your brother. Huh? Why? He's gonna come home at some point. Like, so that's the premise. Continue the goddamn story.
Yo, they didn't know they were talking to the ops. So they tell the man, we were doing like stealing vegetables from gardens, and we almost got caught. The man broke, so we had to split up. So instead of continuing to look for me,
I want to go about my business.
Mom, he went home. He went home and said, "Mom, I went outside. I couldn't find Ches. Ches was caught stealing in the garden. He was stealing vegetables from a garden. So he's somewhere out there. So I couldn't find him. All right, Mom, I'm out." And he took off. So I get home and I'm chilling. Mom's like, very random too. I come inside. She's like, "Oh, Ches, can you get me a stick from outside?"
You got the switch.
I was so confused. I said, "A stick? Like, what do you want a stick for?" She's like, "I just need a stick. Can you get a stick for me outside?"
Mom beat you like a slave.
I said. So I was like,
man.
I was like, all right, whatever. So I go outside. I get it, and I give her the stick. So she's like, "All right, so put your hands out like this."
Oh man.
I said, "You mean put my hands out like this? What is going on?" "Okay, here, Mom. What are you gonna give me?" Backside, you know what she gave me? Yo, she starts beating my hands with the stick, talking about, "You're outside stealing. You are stealing from the garden." Bro.
I bet she wouldn't beat you now. She'd be like, "Oh, what a good picnic."
She beat my hands so much. I took off. Listen, I took off.
I couldn't grab shit though, because that shit's painful.
Now she chases me. She chases me fast as fuck, bro. She chased me upstairs. I ran like an idiot. I didn't run outside. I ran in the house, upstairs in the bedroom. So I still remember this. I'm on the bed, jumping, like, you know how we used to jump on that? Yo, we had the bounciest bed. It wasn't our bed, but it was like the spare bedroom bed, but it was the bounciest bed in the world.
Somebody put work in, that's all. That's all we're saying. It was bouncing
there. I'm there bouncing. I'm bouncing, trying to dodge her, and she's swinging. Man, you for real. She was like a slave master, because she was really like just whipping me while I'm jumping back and forth. She's like, "Toom, toom, toom." It was just easy to her, man. Like, she had practice. Obviously, she did, because look at beside me. But she never take it out on me.
And sometimes you have to learn, man.
Again, I owe this man stitches. Like, the man dime me out. Listen, like, bro.
You know how many times I had to take a beating for what he did? Because I always said, listen, he's too fragile. He can't deal with this. I mean, like, he's just, it was me, Mom. And she knew it wasn't me. She still beat me, though. And she knew it wasn't me. But it was like, cuz he be doing foolish shit like say that Mom said, make sure the dishes are done before she comes. And it's Chez's day. You know how we had that? It's your day. It's Tuesday. It's not my day. We had our days. And I mean, I'm not doing it. I swear to God, I'm not doing it. If you getting mad, and I don't know, Mom came into bed and I seen it. Like he said, Chez can't tell when whoever didn't wash the dishes is about to get a beating. And I was just like, yo,
I was a jerk to go to sleep. I would go to bed thinking,
me.
I would go to bed thinking I got one over on mom. Like,
while I'm doing it, mommy, stop, mommy, I'm sorry.
Yo,
Oh,
mom used to
man.
kill it. The best was mom would let you go to sleep. She'd let you go to sleep. Get you, when you're in REM sleep, I swear mom would like open her eyes just a little bit just to make sure it's fluttering.
Yeah.
And then flick on the lights and wake you up and make you go wash the dishes. Like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, go wash the dishes.
Only because we literally went to sleep like 2 hours before that. So she was like, "Oh, so you guys can stay up till 2 o'clock, but can't watch me play. I'm gonna wake you sleep, wake you up." Oh man,
I hated that shit.
All the worst is when she didn't wake you up for school. So you're like, "Damn, it's late. Oh shit, I'm already ready." And she goes, "Yeah, you have to watch the play." But mom, I'm gonna be late for school. That's your problem. Like, and you better not be late for school. Like you saying, "Go to school." Like, I gotta make it.
Yo, it should kill us.
You better not be late for school. Scared the shit out of you. Like, and I can't be late for school. Oh man.
Yo.
Fuck, man.
Sorry, let me get some comments. We got mad comments. Ian, fellas, going in. See y'all next. All right, brother.
Bye-bye.
Again, condolences, brother. Bless up. But yeah,
hopefully we can put a smile on your face, man. Get a little laughs before you have to go do some real life shit.
Okay, actually, yeah, we did get an answer from Coco. She offered to buy him lunch. He said it wasn't necessary. He was just glad he could help. He said it was fate that he even came back that way because normally he goes back the other way. God is good. All the time.
The story was amazing until that just right there. For me, when people start saying fate and thank you, Jesus, I'm like, oh man.
Maybe
just take the blood clot lunch and done. Just take the lunch and done, bro.
But you don't want no food. You're rich.
For 67 years, I was going one way, and for whatever reason, today was the day I said I'm going to take a left. Fate. No, you were like, I'm running out of gas, and I'm not going to make it that way, so I turned left to get to the gas station that's closer, but it's more expensive, so I don't usually go there. That's a real, like, I don't say that's the real, but it's usually something more logical than, yeah, it's just fate told me to turn left. Has fate ever just grabbed the wheel and said, man, go left before you do anything for fool? You know what I mean? Like,
fate be telling you sometimes. You be going through some shit, and then all of a sudden your fate just wake you up like, bro, you need to run a good 8 kilometers today. You knock that 8 kilometers, life is going to be better. You run those 8 kilometers.
What does that even mean?
You don't even know until you run the 8 kilometers. Run the 8 kilometers first and then ask.
People,
man.
Just
some understand, some don't.
Even if you're against me, what did that just mean? If you run 8 kilometers, you'll know what fate means.
You'll understand fate at the end. You'll get it.
Bomba.
You'll get it. I'm just saying, some people get it. Some people won't get it. That's how it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna run 8 kilometers, go like this. Oh my God, I understand fate.
You will not know until you run the 8.
Got you. And you are the fucking, who's that guy who's blind and on Thor that opens up the portals?
Heimdall.
You're Heimdall. You're the person that lets you know what's gonna happen for you to understand fate.
I see it all. I see it.
You want to see fate, Dwight? You have to 8 kilometers.
8 kilometers. Listen,
just me.
If you go 8.1, you've gone too far. You've gone too
walk
far.
The rest, man. You gotta walk 8 kilometers.
You've gone too far. You gotta go back. You gotta go back. But okay, Brendan, you got the belt from the VP in grade 1, and no, it was not Pepe related. bet you it wasn't. I used to get my ass beat, laugh out, and nun for a teacher. Yeah, I've heard those nuns were extra.
You remember those like people that went to Catholic schools? They were getting a stick, and they had the meter rule where they put the meter stick between you, so when you're at the school dance, you couldn't dance that close.
Yeah.
You remember that? Maybe it was my generation. We actually had a meter. They put the meter between us, and it was like, that only happens in like, it's not really ghetto, but it's like less than middle class areas. Like those schools are there, they have that shit. But when I went to not RLBD, which is in the richer area, They didn't give a fuck what those kids was doing, man. These motherfuckers was doing acid at fucking 10 years old, bro.
Yeah.
Acid.
They didn't care.
They were
They had
fucking,
money. Think about it. They had money to get
all
acid.
that shit,
They did
bro.
not care.
They
They
know
had
these
more
kids were
money than the
doing.
teachers.
When I was
Teachers were like, I don't care.
in the minority town schools, man, there was a whole bunch of like these wicked restrictive Catholic value rules on everything.
Yeah.
I go to this rich area town, and these kids could do whatever they want, man. They were listening to what was it called? Nirvana. And man, they lived out the life.
Yeah.
They had the fucking Doc Marten boots and the hair. I'm like, yo, you guys are really living the life. Like,
A
you guys
flannel
trying to get
shirt
hot.
tied around their waist. Yeah.
And I'm doing like this. Like, everything was like, oh. Like, I remember Mike Leask. He was just like, fuck, mom. I'm fucking trying to get high. And I'm like, yes, he's about to get a blood clot beaten. Let's see this. Nothing happened to him.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a different world. Because I couldn't even raise my voice at my mother. If I was like, Mom. Oh, you bleed, so you're big. Oh, you bleed, so you're big. No, that's all you're going to get. So, yeah, they lived a different kind of life, man. I was like, holy shit.
Ebony Sims said she got the paddle in kindergarten.
Bro. Yeah. That's what they call it. There's a belt and a paddle. I'm like, got them both.
Kevin, my mom's. Why did get the belt before? Why get the belt before me beat you? To make it kind of fun.
The best line when you get beaten is "Stop your crying, motherfucker."
No, best line while crying is "Stop crying before me give you something to cry for." Yeah, you already giving me something to cry for. Stop it. Like, what is wrong with you?
Like a grown up hit. Like, look at the size of me, and if I hit Quentin, I'm hitting you, man. I'm not just doing like this. I'm hitting you like because you made me scared, so I'm going to hit you. Bop, 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 bop. Then I yell at him, "Stop making noise." He goes, "This is a." I said, "Stop making noise." You just got hit by a man as big as me. Yo, I'm telling you, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna give you some more. So then you trying to hold that shit in, but it's so painful. You're like, But think of this though. When I sprained my ankle in high school, I had that. Maybe it's called trauma these days, but to me, I was so used to just holding that in that nobody knew I sprained my ankle.
Yeah.
Because it was so painful. I just went, And I said, coach. And I sat on the bench. He was like,
no. How'd you jump? No. People don't understand that story. He just jumped the whole middle part. So if you guys understand how like how basketball games work and injuries work during games, usually what happens is the man goes down. A couple players, maybe like his best friend on the team, might help him up. He puts his arm around this one and they help him to the side and they all clap. Not Dwight. Dwight saw people coming to help him. He said, "Oh shit." The man pushed himself up on one foot and hopped off of one foot all the way to the bench. Everybody looked at him like, "What is wrong with you?"
Nobody pushed my ankle. Nobody.
He's like, "I don't want no help." The man hopped 1 foot and went to the bench. And
even Alone was like this. I remember Alone was our coach. And I ran right to the bench. He was like, okay, yeah, you going for Dwight. I don't know what's going on. I was like, okay. And then I'm sitting on the bench. I sprained my ankle. Over like, so what's going on, Dwight? I go, oh, you sprained your ankle. He goes like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah. And he looked at my boot and my ankle was this big. He was like, holy shit, we got to get the cryo cast and everything. And he's like, I wasn't ready. Like, so they had to go get the cryo cast with the water, put the ice in it. And when I came out at halftime, everyone was like, oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, this man got up and hopped. That shit was funny though. The man got up and just hopped 1 foot.
No,
your brother in the crowd.
I was in pain, but my facial expression had nothing on it. Nobody was like, "Are you in pain right now?" I'm like, "Yeah."
As your brother in the crowd, I'm like, "Oh shit, he hurt himself." They're like, "Did he?" I'm like, "Yeah." Can't you tell? Didn't you see what he did? They're looking at me like, "No, he just hopped to the side." I said, "Yeah, that's why he hopped." What do you think he hopped for? Like, people just all of a sudden just say, "You know what? I feel like hopping on 1 foot." And just goes on 1 foot. Like,
the best part about that story is anybody that sprains an ankle and they do the whole like bang the ground, they're like, I go, look at that bitch.
Yeah, you really do. When it happened to me, I hopped.
I just hopped it. You just being dramatic. Stop being dramatic. You know what I mean? But it was painful. To this day, like as a grown man, I can remember the pain. It's just my facial expression did not show anything. Like when it went down, because when I came down, it just landed on my ankle. Just my whole foot folded, and just I felt my ankle hit the ground. So I'm like, and I went to the ground, and then I saw my boy Rami, and I think maybe Mason, no, Rami for sure. And I seen them coming. Like you said, I just got up and like put myself up and just hopped. That number right there. I'm like, I sit down on the bench, and everyone was just so confused. Like, what's going on? I'm like, I sprained my ankle. And they're like, what? Like right now? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, no. And coach comes up like, yo, so you're gonna let me know? I'm like, yeah, I sprained my ankle. He was like, let me see. And as soon as I unlaced my and untied my foot and took it out, it went. He was like, holy fuck. Because then you take off the sock and it looks like this. Because he didn't believe it at first. He's like, no, you don't. Nah, I didn't have it. I was like, man, because what he was saying was there was a failed dunk attempt before that. Remember, I got the steal and I missed it. Blah.
Yeah.
So he thought that's what it was about. I'm like, no, I sprained my ankle, bro. Like,
sorry, I'm just going through all the comments still. We got answers to comments that man.
Cool, bring them on, man.
Look, Kevin said my teacher used to tape his mouth shut in grade 1. I just think your teacher was racist, bro.
Yeah,
your teacher didn't like you.
Yeah,
you as a black kid.
Yeah,
but
you're supposed to behave yourself.
He said, "Oh, sorry for that teacher. She didn't know my mom was Jamaican. Told my mom, yeah, I know those ones. When you go home, you tell your mom, and all of a sudden,
yeah, what do you mean those ones? Imagine you today, you be like, my son? Like,
yeah, but I just mean back then because
what?
Your mom would just show up. He's like, yeah, we'll tell my story next week. But yeah, mom went down to the school, told the teacher off, the principal, and any teacher she could find. 100%. What are you doing to my kid about your taping my kid's mouth shut?
Taping.
Yo, you see the guy, what's it called, who posted his daughter and they cut his daughter's hair? Bruh. Hold up. Okay, first it was a little kid. A little kid cut his daughter's hair. Okay, between kids, whatever. That's a kid thing. You know what I mean? But so he took his kid and he brought her to the stylist or whatever, and got her hair done. Boom. Kid goes back to the school again. Comes back, her hair's cut. The man's like, the kid cut your hair again? She said, no, the teacher did it. So the man's like, what? So he goes to the school and they're like, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, they're just playing it off like the person, like, bruh. I'd rather lost it to that school. But yeah.
But imagine that. Imagine your Pitney. Yeah, I mean, like you said, like when you ask a teacher, like, did they have gum in their hair or something? Like, why'd you cut it off? And they're like, no, we just felt like it. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, you're like, what? You did it because you just felt like it? No, there's no gum, no nothing, no pulling. You just felt like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you might go and close the door with them in there. I've done that, and that shit works. If you ever want to scare somebody, when they're talking to you, get up and close the door and sit back down. They look at you like, I think I just fucked up.
He's gonna kill me.
I think I just fucked up. Because then the first thing is gonna be like this, explain that to me again. Because now you close the door and it's just, wait a second, before I lose it, explain that shit again. You have kids, man? Could I personally just cut your kids for any reason I felt like it? Just, I don't like their hair. And I cut it. And you'd be like, oh, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, I would lose my shit.
That's nuts. Like, no, there's nobody touching my kid. Like,
I'm calling the police on myself. 911, you better get here quick. Because I'm about to floor this motherfucker, man.
I've been watching too much Invincible.
I'm floor this motherfucker, man.
I've been watching too much Invincible.
Women
things
I
would do that teacher. Things I do that to the teacher.
She might think she's safe because she's a woman, not with me. Like you said, I'm like Omni-Man. I don't give a fuck. You did this for no reason. Like, just because you didn't like it? No, you'll never. My child might not be a part of this school anymore. I get where this is going, but you'll never do that again in your life.
Yeah, 100%.
Never. Because you'd be like, what if that happens again? Whatever this guy does happens again.
Oh, no, they'll have a PTSD moment. Like, they'll be stuck with that.
Man.
They'll be stuck with that for life.
You don't have to test them, right? So I wouldn't put myself where I got to go to jail over this, but I might take your desk and throw that motherfucker. Like, yeah? It'll make you be like, holy shit, I'll never do that again.
They might they might grasp onto some prejudice roots at the moment.
Hey, I want to cut your daughter's hair. For what? No, Don't do it.
That's not even a question. I want to go no. It's just no. I want to cut
But
you
just ask why. Like, is there gum in it or something? Like, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? Like, if she's all these gum in her hair and we couldn't get it out, I might say just leave it until she gets home. I'll deal with it. Or yeah, just cut it out. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for calling me though. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna call people before you do some dumb shit like that. And why do they have clippers at the fucking school? Ain't that kind of weird?
They don't have clippers. They use scissors.
The scissors for the paper? Oh, come on.
They're using scissors, man. That's the crazy shit. Like, they don't even use clippers. It's not no clipper thing. It's scissors.
Bro, I couldn't even be the uncle of this child, man.
Sir.
I couldn't even be the uncle of this child, man.
These.
Nah, dog.
Bro.
Nah, dog. You remember when in Juice, when Tupac walks in the elevator like this? That's how I do her in her room, like.
For real, it's like nah, me.
Nah. Oh, you just shoot me right here? You gonna do me right here? And just leave the same way, just. He was like, oh, I think his uncle is fucking wild. Fuck out of here.
All right, let me get some last comments. Oh, did your ankle look like the guy's foot from the movie I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker? Remember that movie?
No, that was like the poisonous whatever. But no, it wasn't swollen there. It was just on my ankle. Like my foot was fine, but both my ankles were like this. And for like a skinny kid, 13, it was like.
He had really skinny legs. It was
kind of funny. No, the truth. It is what it is. To this day, dude.
I'd say he hooked at school when only teachers are there. Jeez.
No. Jeez. You're so fucking dramatic. It's fucking hair, bro. You'll grow back. You know, like put a tattoo on her or some shit. Like, bro, hair. I was shady hook the whole fucking school over hair. Oh man. Nah, I'm gonna tell you, are you gonna get a good, a solid, let me feel how heavy this desk is and how hard I can throw this motherfucker at her. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you're gonna get. And if it's too heavy, because some of those fucking old desks are heavy, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna get this
good wood.
You're gonna get this swipe right here. Everything comes off the desk. Fuck out of here. You're gonna get one of those, I mean? But I didn't hit you.
Might tear some pictures off the wall, depending if the kids drew it or not.
The fucking.
If kids drew it, I won't touch it. But if it's your stuff,
computer monitor, everything gets swiped this way, and then you do the jump back. Oh, and that's when you start saying, "Give me this shit."
Then he knocked down the flag.
Yeah, well, you wear that shit around your neck. I'm a patriot at the end of the day. I love my country. Don't tell nobody I don't love my country.
Kevin, my mom won't let anybody beat me but her. The last time I told my mom anything, I was grade 4. This kid in grade 5 was bullying me, brought me into school in the morning. As soon as she saw that kid, she grabbed him, put him on the ground. My mom, Kevin, come here, come lick this boy in the face. Yo, your mom is hood.
But see those toxic moms these days we talk about, right? Like, you go over there and you fight your kids' battles, you know what I mean? It's like, oh man, your mom was a toxic mom. Oh,
best, man. No, best is we know his mom, right?
I know. So I'm like,
I'm picturing her. And I'm like, yo.
She was so nice and innocent to me. So nice and innocent.
Oh, man, they should just run up on the man.
What you mean, my son? Show me. You come with pick her up like fucking Wonder Woman. He sees a grown woman, right? Like, come here, you little 6-year-old. Big kid.
Right? Kevin, come give him some licks. Mommy, I don't want to hit him. Hit him. Lick him.
Imagine that white kid. I'm assuming he's a white kid. And a white kid go home to his mom like, yeah, a black woman picked me up, threw me to the ground, and told his son that he beat me. She'd be like, that's about right. Yeah, that's about right. we good with that. She did what? At the school, and everybody saw this? Yeah, we're good. Just don't do it again. Stop being a bully. Stop being a bully.
Were there teachers there? Yeah, okay. Well, they must have handled it right. We're fine.
You are definitely a bully. You are definitely one. You need to stop doing that.
Oh man, yeah. I'm gonna have to tell mom this story. I'm gonna have to go tell mom this story.
Tell the mom this week, mom, just press play and enjoy it. Just
Mama,
press play and enjoy it.
Are your friend, mommy?
Everything she's gonna watch is gonna be like this. Then talk fuckery for real, because that didn't really happen that real. Everything, because my mom lies about everything, by the way. I never did that. I never did that. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Like when I told them I get beaten almost every day, she was like, "That's not true." I'm
and
like,
then you tell
really?
the story, but then you tell the story, and she's like, "But that's because you did this."
Yeah.
You see, you do remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I remember thinking, I don't know, there's real talk too. They used to call me corduroy skin at school because corduroys were that thick, but I used to get beaten so much and have welds all over that people were like, "You have corduroy skin." But I thought that was normal because everybody I knew, Junior got beans,
Jason.
Jason got beans.
No, did you?
Sometimes
Yeah,
Ori
Jason
got
did get
beans.
it.
So
Yeah,
it's like we
Jason
all
did
got
get
beans. So it's like it's normal. But I'm just the worst one. Like they don't get as often me. They keep doing like this. Damn, today again. I'll be like, I took one for Ches, man. Fucking Ches, man. Can't stand it, man. Don't be listening. Stop listening.
I was a very good kid.
You thought you were.
I didn't deserve any beatings in the world.
But then, like, let him play fucking marbles. He doesn't listen to shit. You're like, bro, we have to go inside for supper. Hold on, man. He just fucking his croak. I'm gonna get his croak, man. I'm like, bro.
People don't understand. I have a very addictive personality. This is why I don't gamble. This is why I do not gamble, because I was winning, bro, and I was about to take everybody's damn marbles. So there's no way you're making me move, bro.
It was the cat's eye. Which one's the worst one?
The eggies. The eggies. And it depends if it was an eggy or a super eggy or like
super jumbo. Yeah.
No, man, I was taking
those are super rare, by the way. Super jumbos. You're like, man.
Yeah.
So you bet your entire fucking whatever's in your bag. Like I bet the entire thing for that one thing. But they didn't know Ches was fucking that good.
Yeah.
Especially like he sets up his own rules, and if you let him play within his confines, you're fucked. So he'd be like, "Yeah, we playing Snack Crackle Pop." Don't agree to that, man. Don't agree to it. Ches is good at it. The first one you go, he ain't gonna do shit. That second one, Crackle, you're like, oh, wait a second. What just happened here? And that pop, I'm like, he just picks it up.
The first one is to set up your right shot. The second one is to get it close, and the third one is done.
Yeah. But they don't know he's been on that hole for 2 days straight now, so he understands everything.
Like I even know the bumps.
And then he'll go to the and pat it back down like, nah, I need it. All right, here we go. Now it's gonna roll, and I can hit it from way back here. Because him and Kevin Walker are the best, man.
Deep into this because I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, there's the ones that were like on hills, so you'd have to like put it up here and make it sit in it. And some people would do it and then pop out. And I was nice with it.
Yeah,
I was nice. I'm bringing back marbles. Who wants
like, he made like trails for that shit. But if you walked into the situation, you think it's just a normal pot. You're like, let's do this. And I'm looking at them like, you're an idiot.
Why didn't I put money into this stuff, man?
It just
could have been a
hustle. Because it was like,
I could have been hustling.
You really did what most people do. Like, yeah, come try this. Coco Dean, peace.
Nice. All right, Coco Dean. Later.
But it's true.
I gotta go too, actually.
I gotta go pee myself. So
I have my scheduled outside venture.
You gotta go. Oh well. Sorry, can't do it.
You're not allowed outside.
Big up everybody. Yeah, I know you're just gonna go through the names. Go ahead.
But yeah. Big up Coco. Big up Kevin. Marie. Alexandre. Crazy self. Melissa. Dina Dean. What up? Brandon. What up? Ian.
Australia. What's Australia?
Marie. That's Marie Cowley. Melanie. Van Allen Thorne.
Oh, sorry, not Aaron. She's not from Australia, but
that's Oshawa, bro. Don't worry. Just leave that stuff to me.
EST, bro. Just EST. Here I'm trying to help. And it's like, bro, you don't need no backseat drivers.
I'm good. I got it.
I got Google. We don't need you. All right, let's just sit on back here.
Sit on that. I'll say a name. You say big up. Calvin.
Big up.
Michael Williams.
Big up.
Ebony.
Big up.
Michael Pasher.
Big up.
Yeah, this really does work. Nice and easy. I think we got everybody. But hold on, let me keep going as much as I can. Well, no. Rita in Vancouver.
Big up.
And Rocky jumped in here.
Rocky.
And
Big
Mocha.
up.
She did say hi a long time and we didn't say hi.
How
What
you
up,
say it's
Mocha?
one more person and you railed off like 5 more people?
No, man, it's just
Hold on.
that's how it goes sometimes, man. That's how it goes sometimes.
All right, hold on.
Everybody's
one more.
saying bye. Melissa says good day. Dina says stay away from freezers.
I'm in Florida. The only frustration I'm getting from is women. They might go cool because of woman.
All right, peace, brother. Later, Dina. Peace, Calvin. Peace, black man.
So remember, man, don't let it get to you, man. It's just fucking fuckery.
And again, go to the website. Give it about 5 minutes. I'll have it up on the site. I'm down with fuckery, the new tea. So yeah. Make sure you go there, grab yourself one of them. What I'm gonna try to do is try to make a new tea every once or bi-weekly. Well, let's go bi-weekly. So it gives you time.
Just make the damn stuff and stop telling people. Just y'all need to link the Bumble Clock website to know when new shit drop.
This guy. All right then. All right. Well, make sure you follow us. I am Yaldis Cheza. This is
I'm FQRY Online.
FQRY Online. Make sure you go to. Give me a second.
Found e.FQRY Online to get all your services.
Sing it again one more time.
FQRY Online to get all your services.
We're gonna give him a vocal coach, but he gonna hit that. Don't worry.
What I need to this is give me auto-tune. I'm good. That's all I need. And by the way, did you guys hear the new track with Nas and Jay-Z? He actually says he's down. Show the shirt, please. He's down with the fuckery. Now you guys get the reference. So we'll make that something next week so everybody understands where that comes from, because Jay-Z is down with the fuckery. Salute, people. Until next week.
Bless up.